So the Rockets win the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, the two pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. Anderson is down low with Capella, and it's Ariza in at the small forward. Here's Roberson, guarded by Harden. And Roberson kicks to Adams. They shoot again. Rebounded by Capella.
Well, that's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop him there.
Over in the corner, Paul. Over Westbrook. And the shot no good, a bit short.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
And Chris, many thought that after the Rockets let Dwight Howard go, they would have a slight rebuilding phase. Turns out they were just reloading and were a surprise contender last season.
But they did sneak up on some teams with how well they played early on. Front office did a great job retooling the team, great coaching job. And now with Paul in the mix, they're one of the scariest teams, at least on paper, in the league.
Paul with the ball. Capella with a screen on Westbrook. To the paint, layup off the pick. And Capella with the layup.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Ball against Westbrook. Here's Patterson. Offensive rebound. No good on that one.
No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean, just 1 for 5 from the floor to start the game.
Here's Harden on the wing. Ariza kicks to Anderson. And some nice passing there by Houston. Clock at 4. Here's Harden. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. He said even though this was their first meeting of the year, he did not expect there to be a feeling out period between these teams. He said, we have a group of guys who can score and do it in a hurry. We're going to go right at them and test their defense early on. Looks like they're in attack mode, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, thanks for the report, David. So it's all about getting their offense going early on.
And I think that's the right call, guys. Get that rhythm established at the offensive end as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah, I agree, because they have to be the team that dictates the style of play in this game. I mean, they'll be much better off in a shootout instead of a slugfest.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Paul dishes to Harden. Capella sets a screen for Ariza. Feeds to Paul. Anderson the screen. Top of the key. Paul can't get it to go.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
Screen by Adams. For 3, Westbrook buries it from three-point range. Westbrook's got 6 points.
Yeah, awesome watching Westbrook drain the 3-ball there. He just needs to focus on being a little more efficient from downtown.
And it's Paul missing. The Thunder leading by 5. Down low, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Ariza goes in, and stolen by Patterson. Here's Roberson, and counted, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Knock this in. Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby. Hey, man, you want this guy?
Yo, I'm
We gonna shoot it, huh?
And that one misses. And in the early part of the season, a lot of players, Chris, are just trying to get into the rhythm of this season. When did you feel like the NBA season truly was in full swing for you?
For me, it had to be in full swing day one. I had to be ready because I was playing against the best at my position, and I wanted to establish myself as the best at my position. And so that's why I think that I tried to have an advantage over other players. Where guys were trying to get a rhythm, I made sure that I used the preseason for that because I wanted to come into the beginning of the season gangbusters, knowing you're going to have your ups and downs during the season, but this is not something where you could just warm your way up into the season. You better come out ready to go, or you're going to be looking, trying to find your rhythm all year long.
That's a good message all players should hear. Now, here's Adams, following the shot by Chris Paul. Westbrook passes to George. Over Ariza. George, no good. Rockets trail by 8. Ariza outside. Oh, and the dunk by Ariza.
Oh, the awesome vertical of Ariza, soaring off the drive and finishing with his deceptive strength.
Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Here's Patterson. No good off the back of the rim.
The defense recognizing the situation and getting right in his face once he got close to the bucket.
Paul kicks to Anderson. The dish to Capella, and he uses the glass on the layup. Capella's got his 3rd bucket of the night. The Thunder leading by 4. Westbrook passes to George. It's stolen by Ariza. Kicks it out to Paul. Launches a 3. No good. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Rockets trail by 4. Harden outside. Ariza outside. Over George. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Ariza. How he performed last season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
Patterson, the screen, and George with the stuff.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Here's Paul. Paul George making his last shot. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul.
That's just a lack of communication. 2 guys just not on the same page.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Cantor comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Abrinas subbed in for Andre Robertson. And then for Houston, Nene, he's checked in for Capella. And it's Gordon in for Trevor Ariza. Now here's Westbrook. 9 points in the game so far. Adams with the screen on Anderson. Cantor kicks to Abrinas. There's a screen by Cantor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Abrinas' shot is off. Rockets trail by 6. Over to the left wing. Here's Paul. Another miss by Houston.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
I mean, truth is, if you play long enough, sometimes you're going to have a bad quarter, even a bad game. I doubt that this shakes his confidence.
That one goes. Count it. And 11 points for Russell Westbrook.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Harden outside. Eric Gordon on the wing. Anderson a screen on George. And Gordon hits from deep.
Boy, look, Gordon is crafty. He's great at finding room to shoot off the screen. The D cannot afford to lose him.
Here's Abrinas. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Adams. Goes up again. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Grant, he's checked in for the Thunder. Kristen comes in for Russell Westbrook. And Baamute's checked in for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker comes in for James Harden.
Shooting one.
I got mine. We got shooter, huh? Hey, let me get big man.
And that one misses. Chris, I know that when you go through a season, there are certain matchups that you love and certain ones that you don't. When you were playing, which other power forwards did you just dread, just did not like going up against?
Well, Kevin, I would kind of change that and say dread to me was love, meaning that I dreaded and I loved to go up against Tim Duncan because you knew you had to be prepared that night. I loved and I dreaded going up against KG. You know, I played in the era where in 1 week I could have played against Shaq, Rasheed Wallace, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon. This is all on the West Coast, so for me, you know, I dreaded the Western Conference, but what's so good about it is that you just have to be prepared, and you can't dread the NBA. It's like you grew up wanting to play against the best players in life, and so I really loved the fact that I had to be my best every night or you're going to get embarrassed in the league. So it was every power forward.
Never an off night, was there, Chris?
Never an off night, and, you know, so I can't say I dreaded Karl Malone over Barkley or Olajuwon over David Robinson or Tim Duncan over KG. It's just like, hey, man, you got to put your big boy pants on, get ready, and go to work, baby. Put your hard hat on.
The free throw off from Cantor. Rockets trail by 7. Paul outside. Screen by Baamute. Shot off the screen. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Kristen. And here is Grant. Adams controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Paul dishes to Nene. Here is Mbamute. Off target from outside. The Thunder leading by 9. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Grant the pass to Adams. Back to Grant. There's a screen by Cantor. Up again. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Rockets trail by 9. Gordon kicks to Paul. Screen by Baamute. Pass to Tucker. To the inside. And Nene with the basket on the assist by Paul.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game, phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
Christian, the pass to Grant. There's a screen by Cantor, and it's Abrinas in the corner. Goes up on the wing. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
1:12 left in the first quarter of the game. Mbamute. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Mbamute has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Grant outside. Pass to Cantor. Here's Kristen. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
No good there. Adams, some nice D. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Abrinas kicks to Kristen. And it's blocked. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Paul, right side, outside Gordon. Nene, the screen. Off the screen, and Adams sends it back. They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Grant. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Thunder shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
2.
Hit these, baby.
Nah, man, you get little guy. Yeah, I got him.
Hey, you get shooter. I got him.
The free throw drops for Grant.
Knock this
Come on.
in.
Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby. Hey, man, you want this guy?
And Grant drops them both. Kicks it out to Gordon. Fires from deep. It's good from long range. Gordon's got his second basket of the night. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Oklahoma City Thunder. We witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. And power forward Patrick Patterson, getting better every season. He said that his college career at Kentucky really helped prepare him for his life as a pro.
I think my 3 years at Kentucky, caused what I am now, as far as being a sound player, a guy who's not all about himself, who puts his team first and who works hard and who doesn't talk back, who doesn't do the negative things. He's a team player, he's a team guy, and he works hard.
Patterson Clark, exactly the guy he says he is, and that's why he's one of those glue guys you've got to have on your team.
And the kind of guy who his teammates love because they know he's always going to have their back, always going to work hard, and always going to bring it.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Oh, yeah, this is how they squeezed out extra possessions and captured the early lead.
Together inside, Cantor and Adams. Then there's Grant, and it's Kristen in at the 1. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second.
Well, Chris Paul signing the big contract this past offseason, and you knew he'd end up with one of the biggest deals out there, and his impact on a team goes far beyond just stats.
Adams, count the basket. Adams has got 6 points.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Nene, the screen. Gordon kicks to Nene. Pass to Paul. Back to Nene. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, Greg, Houston wanted Chris Paul, and they got their man. One of the bigger surprises, certainly, of the offseason.
Yeah, and without Paul on this roster, this team isn't in the conversation for winning. You need him to keep your window of winning open, and he is just that impactful and makes everyone on the floor better.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And we hear so much about this being the era of point guards, but you look at the crop of small forwards in the league today, wow, what a lineup. And talk about versatility. There are a lot of good ones out there.
Yeah, the NBA has changed a lot. The 2 guard used to be the most athletic position when you think about it with the Jordans, the Clyde Drexlers, other guys, but it's really changed. And really look at the size. Kevin Durant, I was always amazed. I'm a power forward at 6'9". He's 2 inches taller than me, and he can play the point guard. So the game is evolving when you look at Kevin Durant, LeBron, Kawhi Leonard, Antetokounmpo, Jimmy Butler, those type of guys. When you want to talk about versatility, playing both ends of the floor and being able to score and get buckets, these guys come to mind.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Houston Rockets, one of the most explosive scoring teams in the league. Defense has been a shortcoming in the past. Coach Mike D'Antoni said, we have some good individual defenders. If the rest of them just try, well, that's the plan. Kevin?
Offense is what the Rockets are all about, D.A. You know that. Coach D'Antoni definitely focuses on this part of the game more than defense.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possesses.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Grant outside. Trying to find Canner. Gets it to him. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can live with those over-the-back calls sometimes because at least it's an effort play.
I can't say he wasn't going all out, but he's clearly out of position.
Roberson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And then for Houston, Clint Capella comes in for Nene. And Trevor Ariza has subbed in for P.J. Tucker. Screen by Ba'amute. And it's Ariza in the corner. He dishes it to Mba'amute. On the wing, Eric Gordon. Paul outside, just 5 on the clock. Capella with a screen on Kanter. Paul for 3, gets it to go from beyond the arc. Paul's got 7.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Here's Patterson, cranes the three-pointer. And the Thunder lead by 5.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
And I love it, Greg. Both sides inflicting damage from the perimeter. We'll see how the defense is adjusting.
Now here's Paul. 7 points in the game. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
Their stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to him.
Patterson setting the pick for Grant. Patterson, the screen. Here's Roberson. No good on the 3. Rockets trail by 5. Paul outside to the paint. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for the Rockets.
They are shooting the lights out from beyond on really limited attempts. So you have to think they ought to feed those hot hands on the perimeter and see if they can keep this thing going.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Kristen kicks to Kanter. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Out to the wing. The 3. Christian can't get it to go. Houston's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Outside Gordon. It's Ariza on the wing. He's covered by Grant. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Paul George is checked in for Jeremy Grant. And Russell Westbrook has subbed in for Chris Dunn. Houston also making some changes. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Mba'amute. And James Harden subbed in for Paul. Got that one up quick. Roberson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And a good job taking what the D gives him. He's not going to pass it up with that much space.
Screen by Capella. Harden dishes to Gordon. The Rockets with another miss.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off a good pick, you want to get that one. He gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now a timeout called by Houston. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And Chris, in your playing days, you had to deal with media answering questions. Now you're on the other side of that. You're asking the questions. What was your view of the media then, and has that changed at all?
My view of the media then was watch what you say, because they will take the smallest soundbite and turn it into the title of the article, and if you don't read the article, you will not see that it had anything to do with what was written. So always be cautious, and of course they're good members of the media, but you can always get gotten. I still feel the same way, that you just need to be honest, respect the process, but make sure that you understand that the interviewer is doing their job, and it would be a great notch in their belt to use one of your quotes as a gotcha moment. And so I just think you just have to be careful and make sure that you're prepared for the interview. But no, it hasn't changed, and hopefully, Kev, like yourself, I could bring some levity to it and some honestly, to it and have some fun. Because at the end of the day, I'm a fan of all these guys. I know how hard they had to work to get to this moment. I know the ups and the downs of it. I've experienced the highs and the lows, and so I'm really just kind of going through it with them as opposed to trying to prove any points or have a dog in any race. So, no, my opinion of the media has changed. There's a lot of good people, but you got to just respect the process.
But I like what you said, Chris. You've always been honest, and that's kind of been your label. You've been very honest with your thoughts.
Take a break.
Yeah,
Take a break.
I mean, you know, it's easier just to do that, especially when I'm passionate about something. You know, I definitely try to be honest about. Yeah, just make some stuff up. Yeah.
The free throw drops for Harden.
Well, James Harden has always acted as the initiating guard in any offense he's been in, but last year he just took it to a new level. With Coach D'Antoni, Harden was running the offense. He ended up with double-digit assist numbers for the season.
Harden hits them both. And those assist numbers for Harden, a career high by a mile. Crazy to think a player who came in from Arizona State, was viewed as a spot shooter, is now a double-digit assist guy.
You know, people always debate whether or not Harden is a point guard or a shooting guard, but honestly, who cares? He just has game. His role in the offense is that of getting buckets or setting up teammates. I mean, to assign a label to him, for what? He has game.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
For Oklahoma City, they have shot 2 of 5 from the free throw line.
Two.
Free throw good, Paul George.
Hit these, baby. Nah, man, you get little guy. Yeah, I got him. Hey, you get shooter. I got him. You got this guy out here? Yeah, I got big man.
And George drops them both. Now here's Harden. Ariza outside. He feeds it to Anderson. Got a piece of it.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Harden against Westbrook. Harden the pass to Capella. It's blocked. Here's Roberson. 8 points for him. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Drains it from beyond the arc. Westbrook's got 14.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Gordon with the screen for Harden. Screen by Capella. Yep, it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from James Harden.
Well, he can finish with force or finesse. The beard does it all.
And Robertson has it in the corner. No good on the triple. The Rockets have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told.
Well, after not making anything from the field in the first, I mean, he has really elevated his game this second quarter.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 14. Ariza with the rebound. Rockets trail by 10 from downtown, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Ariza. Harden's got 9 points now in the quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Westbrook kicks to George. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Hey, look, he's not an easy man to defend. He'll get his points one way or another.
To the middle, here's Ariza. It doesn't go for him. George with the defensive effort. Over Ariza. Paul George again. And now it's an 11-point Oklahoma City lead.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 12. Shoots off the screen. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Cantor's got 6 rebounds in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Rockets trail by 14. Now a timeout called by Houston. Chris, you see some of the rookies coming into the league. They need to put on more weight. They need to build up a little bit. And how aggressive, saying that, were you looking to add strength when you came into the NBA?
Well, I was fortunate that I already had an NBA-type body, and so I really didn't need to try to bulk up for the NBA. You know, I really disagree that a lot of guys got to get stronger. Look at Kevin Durant. You know, we all know the famous story about how trainers laughed at him when he got to the league. The NBA is unique in that, do you have skill? Can you play? So, no, Curry doesn't need to put on 25 pounds of muscle. I think we've seen Durant doesn't need to put on 15 pounds of muscle. It's more about your game. It's more about your core and your balance. You'll pick up natural weight and natural strength as you go along. But how is your work ethic? Are you in the gym? Are you lifting? Are you working out? Are you getting stronger? That's great, but you don't have to necessarily try to become bigger and stronger. Just try to make sure you have game. That's most important.
Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
They got to start guarding him out to about 28 feet because he's killing them from long range.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Adams comes in for Enes Kanter. And Alex Abrinas subbed in for Paul George. Harden with a screen on Westbrook. Gordon dishes to Harden. Capella sets a screen for Harden. Lob pass to Capella. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. 5th on the list, the Thunder.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Now here's Westbrook. Here's Patterson. Rebounded by Capella. Rockets trail by 14. Ariza outside. Screen by Capella to end the run. And there's Ariza. That's good on the assist by Harden.
Well, it had been a little bit of a bumpy ride for Mike D'Antoni before coming to Houston. He had underwhelming results in New York and LA before taking time off from coaching, but he's found great success since coming back with the Rockets. He hasn't been very precise at all this quarter.
Gordon, the pass to Harden. And another 3 for Houston.
Well, Harden's ability to stretch the floor is crucial. You love to see him drop in those perimeter jumpers.
And Robertson has it in the corner. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Harden.
Oh, see that? I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Now here's Westbrook. 17 points in the game. Patterson, the screen. And Robertson kicks to Adams. There's a screen. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Adams has got 8 points.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Houston making some changes. Nene comes in for Clint Capella. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Trevor Ariza. Oklahoma City leading by 9. And Robertson kicks to Westbrook. Back to Robertson. Fires the 3. James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And look, if he can start turning some of these misses into makes, their lead is going to take a big jump.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And for Harden, he's been in the conversation, Greg, for MVP for several years. The way he's able to just carry an offense with his creativity garners attention.
And Kevin, I think he might have won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season put in by Russell Westbrook. Don't count Harden out, though. He's such a unique talent on offense. Maybe this will be his year to bring home that MVP award. Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Here's Roberson. He's got 8, drops in the tray.
He's now hit 2 this quarter, and the D needs to really put the clamps on him moving forward.
Rockets trail by 10. Paul outside. Now the pass to Anderson. And stolen by Patterson. Here's Roberson. He's got 11. For 3, Westbrook. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And having a whale of a game from three-point range. Drained 3 of them in that first quarter and has added 3 more here in the second.
Paul kicks to Nene. Dishes it to Harden. The feed to Anderson. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. And look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Westbrook.
What a display we've seen from them so far. Every half open look they've gotten, they've knocked down and show no signs of letting up. Right now, they are in the driver's seat. As long as they can keep their rhythm on offense, they'll just steamroll this team the rest of the way.
Shot clock at 6. Harden has a wide open look, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Now, he just needs some time to warm up. After a difficult first period, he has turned on the Jets in the second quarter.
Kicks it to Robertson. The tray. The Rockets pull it in.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And things starting to click from three-point land. Nothing in the first quarter, but he's hit 3 triples here in the second.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the right side. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist in this one. Now Harden, he's got 21. For the 3, that shot off the mark. And so it's Oklahoma City. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was all Russell Westbrook in the first quarter. He had 20 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. Shaq, your thoughts on the Thunder?
Well, you talk about motor. Russell Westbrook might have the best in league history. He's probably the best athlete ever at the point guard position. No surprise to see him dominating at the first half, Ernie.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Rockets?
They need to break it down. And I look at the individual areas that they're struggling, like they're getting pounded. I mean pounded, Ernie, on the boards. That's a hustle stat.
That's it for halftime. Glad you could join us, as now we send you back to the action for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Taking a look at the Rockets. Filling out the wings, it's Harden and Ariza. Anderson is down low with Capella, and it's Paul in at point guard.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Ariza no up. The Thunder leading by 11. Outside Westbrook. Over Paul. Westbrook missing again. Rocket shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. A floater. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And really, Harden is even dangerous when he's looking to score. Even when the defense gets physical with him, he takes the contact. He powers through it.
The Rockets shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Free throw good, James Harden.
What makes Harden so special is his explosiveness. This guy can just turn it on whenever he wants to on offense.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Capella's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Third straight miss to start the half. But it's still early. No need to panic.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now, here's Grant. It's a hand on it, and Westbrook is right there. Westbrook's got 22.
They needed that one. Maybe they'll get it going after 4 straight misses to start the half.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's get an update on George. What's the status, David?
Guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Thunder's head athletic trainer. He said he turned his ankle, and it is definitely starting to swell up. A really discouraging development for this team at such an early point in the season. We'll see how they respond, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
Let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Fingers crossed, and hopefully it's nothing but good news from now on when David gives us updates on him.
Paul George is checked in for Oklahoma City. Anderson the screen. It's Harden with the drive. Good again. He's on tonight, 9 for 13 shooting.
I mean, you gotta love, I love the aggressiveness of Harden on offense, just relentless, and how he constantly looks for a shot.
Paul with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. Paul with the ball. Drains the jumper to finish the break. Paul's got 9.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Well, you want to know what this is? This is just an example of a team that is on the same page on offense. They really get the ball moving as quickly as possible once they get it.
Here's Westbrook following the basket by Chris Paul. Westbrook off the left rim and out. Rockets trail by 4. Here's Paul, and he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
Shooting 1.
And that one falls for Paul.
And despite having been in this league what seems like forever, Paul still goes to the line at a fairly high clip.
And George kicks to Westbrook. And it's Westbrook again missing.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Harden draws the double. Here's Ariza. Here's Capella. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Oh, man, and the 6'10" frame of Capella. I mean, when it's close inside, he's a huge threat to put the ball in the bucket.
And one reason why the Rockets were okay with letting Dwight Howard leave was because they knew that Clint Capella could fill that role. He quietly gives this team that finisher down on the block, and he has been absolutely, Chris, huge for the Rockets.
Oh, yeah, maybe the best in the league at finishing off lobs last year. Not the most spectacular, but the most consistent last year on that pick and roll because he's so active without the ball, always moving, giving guards a target, great hands to catch and finish.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
Wow, and the big man Capella has proven to be a reliable role player, a strong physical presence who takes smart shots and contributes well on D.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Outside Westbrook. He kicks it to George. Back to Westbrook. Puts up a 3. They grab their own miss. George against Ariza. Screen by Adams. The 3 from George. That shot off, and it's Houston the other way, and it's Houston's ball. They're on a 14-2 run here. Westbrook against Paul. Kicks it out to Ariza. Anderson outside. And some nice passing there by Houston. Anderson the screen. Ariza has the open look. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 9 points for Ariza.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Here's Westbrook. Westbrook missing again.
He's the key if they're going to make a run. He's been way off this corner.
And it's Ariza in the corner. Back to Harden. Ariza outside. Anderson the screen. Ariza goes in. He used that pick just right.
What amazing concentration from Ariza. So good at welcoming these hits and finishing in style.
And how about the career progression of Trevor Ariza? He came into this league somewhat as an energy player who, obviously could attack the rim. Now he's one of those guys who's primarily a 3-and-D component.
Cantor checked in for Oklahoma City. Chris Dunn comes in for Andre Robertson.
One shot.
So the Rockets win the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, the 2 pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. Anderson is down low with Capella, and it's Ariza in at the small forward. Here's Robertson, guarded by Harden. And Robertson kicks to Adams. They shoot again. Rebounded by Capella.
Wow, that's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop him there.
Over in the corner, Paul. Over Westbrook. And the shot no good, a bit short.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
And Chris, many thought that after the Rockets let Dwight Howard go, they would have a slight rebuilding phase. Turns out they were just reloading and were a surprise contender last season.
Well, they did sneak up on some teams with how well they played early on. Front office did a great job retooling the team, great coaching job. And now with Paul in the mix, they're one of the scariest teams, at least on paper, in the league.
Paul with the ball. Capella with a screen on Westbrook. To the paint, layup off the pick. And Capella with the layup.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
Ball against Westbrook. Here's Patterson. Offensive rebound. No good on that one.
No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean, just 1 for 5 from the floor to start the game.
Here's Harden on the wing. Ariza kicks to Anderson. And some nice passing there by Houston. Clock at 4. Here's Harden. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. He said even though this was their first meeting of the year, he did not expect there to be a feeling out period between these teams. He said, we have a group of guys who can score and do it in a hurry. We're going to go right at them and test their defense early on. Looks like they're in attack mode, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, thanks for the report, David. So it's all about getting their offense going early on.
And I think that's the right call, guys. Get that rhythm established at the offensive end as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah, I agree, because they have to be the team that dictates the style of play in this game. I mean, they'll be much better off in a shootout instead of a slugfest.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Paul dishes to Harden. Capella sets a screen for Ariza. Feeds to Paul. Anderson the screen. Top of the key. Paul can't get it to go.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
Screen by Adams. For 3, Westbrook buries it from three-point range. Westbrook's got 6 points.
Yeah, awesome watching Westbrook drain the 3 ball there. He just needs to focus on being...
So the Rockets win the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, the 2 pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. Anderson is down low with Capella, and it's Ariza in at the small forward. Here's Roberson, guarded by Harden. And Roberson kicks to Adams. They shoot again. Rebounded by Capella.
Well, that's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop him there.
Over in the corner, Paul. Over Westbrook. And the shot no good, a bit short.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
And Chris, many thought that after the Rockets let Dwight Howard go, they would have a slight rebuilding phase. Turns out they were just reloading and were a surprise contender last season.
But they did sneak up on some teams with how well they played early on. Front office did a great job retooling the team, great coaching job. And now with Paul in the mix, they're one of the scariest teams, at least on paper, in the league.
Paul with the ball. Capella with a screen on Westbrook. To the paint, layup off the pick. And Capella with the layup.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
Ball against Westbrook. Here's Patterson. Offensive rebound. No good on that one.
No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean, just 1 for 5 from the floor to start the game.
Here's Harden on the wing. Ariza kicks to Anderson. And some nice passing there by Houston. Clock at 4. Here's Harden. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. He said even though this was their first meeting of the year, he did not expect there to be a feeling out period between these teams. He said, we have a group of guys who can score and do it in a hurry. We're going to go right at them and test their defense early on. Looks like they're in attack mode, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, thanks for the report, David. So it's all about getting their offense going early on.
And I think that's the right call, guys. Get that rhythm established at the offensive end as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah, I agree, because they have to be the team that dictates the style of play in this game. I mean, they'll be much better off in a shootout instead of a slugfest.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Paul dishes to Harden. Capella sends a screen for Ariza. Feeds to Paul. Anderson the screen. Top of the key. Paul can't get it to go.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
Screen by Adams. For three, Westbrook buries it from three-point range. Westbrook's got 6 points.
Yeah, awesome watching Westbrook drain the three ball there. He just needs to focus on being a little more efficient from downtown.
And it's Paul missing. The Thunder leading by 5. Down low, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Ariza goes in, and stolen by Patterson. Here's Roberson, and counted, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play. And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Westbrook against Paul. There's a screen by Cantor. Mba Amute with the steal. Ariza outside. So the Rockets win the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, the two pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. Anderson is down low with Capella, and it's Ariza in at the small forward. Here's Roberson, guarded by Harden. And Roberson kicks to Adams. They shoot again. Rebounded by Capella.
That's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop him there.
Over in the corner, Paul. Over Westbrook. And the shot no good, a bit short.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
And Chris, many thought that after the Rockets let Dwight Howard go, they would have a slight rebuilding phase. Turns out they were just reloading and were a surprise contender last season.
But they did sneak up on some teams with how well they played early on. Front office did a great job retooling the team, great coaching job. And now with Paul in the mix, they're one of the scariest teams, at least on paper, in the league.
Paul with the ball. Capella with a screen on Westbrook. To the paint, layup off the pick. And Capella with the layup.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Paul against Westbrook. Here's Patterson. Offensive rebound. No good on that one.
No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean, just 1 for 5 from the floor to start the game.
Here's Harden on the wing. Ariza kicks to Anderson. And some nice passing there by Houston. Clock at 4. Here's Harden. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. He said even though this was their first meeting of the year, he did not expect there to be a feeling out period between these teams. He said, we have a group of guys who can score and do it in a hurry. We're going to go right at them and test their defense early on. Looks like they're in attack mode, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, thanks for the report, David. So it's all about getting their offense going early on.
And I think that's the right call, guys. Get that rhythm established at the offensive end as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah, I agree, because they have to be the team that dictates the style of play in this game. I mean, they'll be much better off in a shootout instead of a slugfest.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Paul dishes to Harden. Capella sets a screen for Ariza. Feeds to Paul. Anderson the screen. Top of the key. Paul can't get it to go.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
Screen by Adams. For three, Westbrook buries it from three-point range. Westbrook's got 6 points.
Yeah, awesome watching Westbrook drain the three ball there. He just needs to focus on being a little more efficient from downtown.
And it's Paul missing. The Thunder leading by 5. Down low, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Ariza goes in, and stolen by Patterson. Here's Roberson, and counted, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Gives it to Mbah-a-Moute. To the left side wing. And another three for Houston.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And for the Thunder, they're shooting 40% from the field. Here's Westbrook. The 17-footer goes down. Westbrook's got 30.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
An even 3-on-3 break. And Westbrook throws it down.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Now here's Paul. 17 points in the game. Mbah-a-Moute, a screen on Westbrook. Paul passes to Gordon. Nene setting the pick for Gordon. Here is Mbah-a-Moute. And a miss there on the triple. Thunder trailing by 14. Here's Abrines. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Abrines has got 5 now.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Paul dishes to Mbah-a-Moute. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Mbah-a-Moute has got 9 points now in just the second half. In the corner, it's Patterson. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last 2 possessions. They're going at one another.
This one for 3. That one no good. And so it's Houston. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And we'll be back with you shortly. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Rockets leading by 11. Together inside, Cantor and Adams. Westbrook and Roberson are the backcourt pair, and it's George in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Here is Mbah-a-Moute, and Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul, first team foul.
Oklahoma City shooting 43% from the field. Westbrook kicks to Adams. Westbrook with a screen for Adams. It's George on the wing. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Rockets shooting so far very efficient. So the Rockets win the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, the 2 pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. Anderson is down low with Capella. And it's Ariza in at the small forward. Here's Roberson, guarded by Harden. And Roberson kicks to Adams. They shoot again. Rebounded by Capella.
That's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop him there.
Over in the corner, Paul. Over Westbrook. And the shot no good, a bit short.
He may have missed it, but that's a clean look at the basket.
And Chris, many thought that after the Rockets let Dwight Howard go, they would have a slight rebuilding phase. Turns out they were just reloading and were a surprise contender last season.
But they did sneak up on some teams with how well they played early on. Front office did a great job retooling the team, great coaching job. And now with Paul in the mix, they're one of the scariest teams, at least on paper, in the league.
Paul with the ball. Capella with a screen on Westbrook. To the paint, layup off the pick. And Capella with the layup.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
Ball against Westbrook. Here's Patterson. Offensive rebound. No good on that one.
No flow to their offense at all yet. I mean, just 1 for 5 from the floor to start the game.
Here's Harden on the wing. Ariza kicks to Anderson. And some nice passing there by Houston. Clock at 4. Here's Harden. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. He said even though this was their first meeting of the year, he did not expect there to be a feeling out period between these teams. He said, we have a group of guys who can score and do it in a hurry. We're going to go right at them and test their defense early on. Looks like they're in attack mode, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, thanks for the report, David. So it's all about getting their offense going early on.
And I think that's the right call, guys. Get that rhythm established at the offensive end as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah, I agree, because they have to be the team that dictates the style of play in this game. I mean, they'll be much better off in a shootout instead of a slugfest.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Paul dishes to Harden. Capella sets a screen for Ariza. Feeds to Paul. Anderson the screen. Top of the key. Paul can't get it to go.
You got to give the D credit there. It affected him. He didn't have much room to get the shot off.
Screen by Adams. For 3, Westbrook buries it from three-point range. Westbrook's got 6 points.
Yeah, awesome watching Westbrook drain the 3-ball there. He just needs to focus on being a little more efficient from downtown.
And it's Paul missing. The Thunder leading by 5. Down low, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Ariza goes in. And stolen by Patterson. Here's Roberson. And counted. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the game right now. That free throw, no good. Trevor Ariza's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And the second free throw, good. Thunder trailing by 12. And Robertson has it in the corner. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Houston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Harden, no stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a 3-point play. That's on Enes Kanter.
One shot, mind the lanes.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Westbrook dishes to Robertson. There's a screen by Canner. Kicks it to George. Shot clock at 6. No good again that time.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Now here's Ariza. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
They've come in with a great overall strategy, the right attitude, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Enes Kanter.
Shooting 1.
That free throw good from Trevor Ariza.
Wow, he didn't really make a concerted effort in the first to get some free throws, but now all that has changed, much more active.
Here's George, and it's wide right, hits off the rim.
And they've just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, trying to recapture momentum. When the tide's running against you, very difficult to do. What will the young kids say today? Ride that wave.
A nice shot by Anderson.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Thunder trailing by 21. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
To stop the run. They get the rebound, and there it is for him. 10 points for Steven Adams.
Look, he doesn't waste time. Once he gets the rebound, he does what he should. Goes right back up with it.
They set the pick. Here's Paul. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Outside Westbrook. Here's Robertson. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook. Now here's Harden. Anderson outside. Screen by Capella. Capella with a screen on George. Off the pick. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, Capella is just fantastic at dunking it home, leaving no mistake on these kinds of chances near the hoop.
Ariza against George. Good D by Ariza.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Paul gets to Ariza. Houston moving it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Paul. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from George. Thunder trailing by 19. Dishes it to Westbrook. Second shot opportunity. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And I love the confidence and energy Westbrook plays with. Just an excellent scorer once he gets good position inside.
Abrinas is checked in for George.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That one misses for Westbrook. Houston leading by 17. Harden with it. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. Here's Anderson, and Anderson slams it in.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Westbrook against Paul. And Westbrook, here we go. Bucket is good. Westbrook's got 41.
Well, it's been a steady game for him, but he hasn't done enough to keep them from falling behind.
Paul kicks to Anderson. Screen by Capella. Capella sends a screen for Ariza. Here's Anderson, and Anderson slams it in.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
You're right. They are precise in how they ran that play. Exceptional timing. That's all good stuff.
And here now the Thunder, following the score by Houston, but they'll get another chance. The kick out to Westbrook. Buries it from three-point range. Westbrook's got 44.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And part of this falls on the defense. I mean, you know he's hot. You'd like to force someone else to shoot the basketball.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Screen by Adams, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, as a big fella, that's the thing, Greg. You got to be quick in setting those screens. If you get a little lazy, you get called for it.
Yeah, nice, silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Now, here's Westbrook. Chris, if you were on the rules committee, what rule change would you like to see the NBA make going forward?
Kevin, there's not a rule I'd necessarily have changed, but I'd ask them to kind of reinterpret a couple of rules, and that goes with the flagrant foul. I often see so many plays that are just hard fouls called as flagrant fouls, and that can affect not only a player and later on whether it's a flagrant 2, but it can affect the game. It can affect the next game by how it's interpreted by a player being kicked out because of that. And so I just want to take the sensitivity or put the toughness back into that. So many flagrant fouls are called and they're not going at the head or they're chopping down on the wrist. And I just like to see it get back to be interpreted as it was a little while ago, maybe 20, 25 years ago.
Now here's Ariza, following the miss by Russell Westbrook.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
To the paint, shot to stop the run. Adams' shot is off.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now here's Anderson. He kicks it to Harden. Harden draws the double. Anderson wide open. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Anderson's got 12 points now in the quarter.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Count that bucket. Al Paul. And you look at the level of talent in the NBA now, some great players. But we've heard others say the league is watered down. How do you view that statement?
Well, I don't think you can compare eras. I think it's great to argue and have fun with them and debate them, but, very sincerely, unless someone can play against each other, it's just a wasted argument. There's different eras, there's different rules. Think about how many threes Larry Bird shot per game. 1.5, 2. What if he could let it fly 10 times a game? We'd be talking about a different player there. So I think times, eras, the physical play of the 80s, of the 90s, I just know that players will handle it differently. Hand checking, the way that we call flagrant 1 fouls. It's a different league. And so I just choose to celebrate the players that we have now. They're the evolution in my mind. They're kind of the culmination of all the players that have come before them. So I just enjoy the game the way it is now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Nick Collison's checked in for Steven Adams. Houston comes in for Patrick Patterson.
One shot.
Grant, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And Chris Dunn's subbed in for Russell Westbrook. The Thunder shoot here in the fourth quarter around 41%. Christian, the pass to Houston. Here's Abrinas. To the inside. Here's Collison. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for James Harden.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight, totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
And it's Houston's ball. They're on an 18-7 run.
Cheap turnover. You got to make sure your target's ready for the pass before you let it go.
Gordon's checked in for the Rockets. .43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Kristen kicks to Collison. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
Monster scoring run, but had to do this earlier. Now it shoulda, woulda, coulda, all that.
Here's Quarterman. Feeds to Tucker.
Gordon.
Mbamute with it. The dish to Nene. Over Collison. Over to the wing. Here's Tucker. No good with the triple. Here's Kristen. Shoots the three. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple. So we see Houston taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. James, congrats on the win. What got it done for you at the end tonight?
Just being aggressive. I told my guys on the court that we had to make a run, and it had to be a good one. Defensively, we did a pretty good job down the stretch. We got some shots to fall, and we came away with a victory.
Great play tonight, James. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.